Hari Hari. This is the story of Queen Satyabhama, the third queen of Lord Krishna, part 5. So the eight primary queens are Rukmini Devi, Jambhavati, Satyabhama, Kalindi, Mitravinda, Nagnajiti, Bhadra, and Lakshmana. Rukmini, incarnation of Lakshmi Devi, Satyabhama, incarnation Bhumi Devi, Kalindi, expansion of Yamuna Devi, and Nagnajiti, expansion of Neela Devi. So we know the cast of characters. King Satyajit, father of Satyabhama, who had the Shamantaka jewel given to him by Suryadev. Jiva Goswami, who explains the reasons why Kritavarma and Akrura were persuaded to act foolishly and get involved in the scandal with Shatadhanva, who was a powerful but rather wicked Yadava king. Narakasura, the son of Bhumi Devi, and Tulabharam, the story that originates from Odisha, which we will hear about today. So once in Dwarka, Narad Muni, he would commonly come to visit Krishna as often as he possibly could, one would imagine. He arrived in Dwarka and he decided to visit Queen Satyabhama, Satyabhama's palace. So she welcomed Narad Muni and she arranged for him to have a place to sit, to rest, made sure he had sumptuous prasadam to eat. And then she asked, my dear Narad Muni, how can I serve you? What can I do for you? Is there something I can give you? This is the dharma of a grihastha, right? To take care of, to offer bhiksham, as we heard in the Mahabharata, to the Brahmins and the traveling sannyasis and those who are sharing spiritual knowledge. So Satyabhama, she asks, what can I get for you? How can I serve you? How can I make your life, travels, and your service to Krishna easier? What can I get for you? And Narad Muni, he has a thought in mind. And he says, my dear Satyabhama, I'm Narad Muni. Everyone knows all I do is I go around chanting Krishna, Krishna, Narayan, Narayan, Hari, Hari. But I'm always chanting Krishna's name, but I never have Krishna. How is it that you have Krishna with you? I don't always see you going around chanting Krishna, Krishna, Krishna everywhere you go. I'm doing that. I'm famous for my going around chanting Krishna's names. But Krishna is not with me. I want you to give me Krishna. And Satyabhama, immediately she realizes what she has gotten herself into. She's offered to give something to Narad Muni, and Narad Muni has asked for her husband, Krishna. Narad Muni says, give me your Krishna. That's what I want. And Satyabhama, she tries to, of course she's not going to say no, but she's trying to dissuade Narad Muni by saying, oh my dear Narad Muni, you don't really mean that. You are perfectly satisfied getting the nectar from chanting Krishna's name. Why, you don't need Krishna to come with you. And how is Krishna going to come with you personally? So she's trying to get out of having to give over her husband, Krishna, to Narad Muni. We know in the Ramayana, it's the same story, Dasharat offers to Vishwamitra, what would you like? Vishwamitra says, give me Ram and Lakshman. I want to take them with me to go kill two demons who are causing problems in my hermitage. Immediately Dasharatha was saying, no, you don't really need, I'll send my entire army. Don't take Ram and Lakshmana. So similarly, Satyabhama was trying to get out of making this promise, because in those days, when a person gave their word, when they said something, it was carried out, it was carried through. Satyabhama was very much becoming now afraid as to what she's gotten herself into. And she's unable to dissuade Narad Muni. And all of the queens are now hearing about this promise that Satyabhama has given to Narad Muni, and they're also becoming quite worried. Narad Muni, he relents. He says, okay, if you don't want to give me Krishna, at least give me something equal in weight to Krishna. So Satyabhama immediately felt relieved. She says, okay, something equal in weight to Krishna, that's easy. I can easily provide for that. So Narad Muni says, very well, I will accept that. If you can give me something equal in weight to Krishna, that is enough for me. So Satyabhama, she was very, or is known to have been very, very proud of her heritage, in the sense that she was the daughter of a very, very rich king, right? King Satyajit. And she was the possessor, she was the owner of the Shamantaka jewel, right? Her father was killed, had passed away, was murdered by Shatadhanva. The Shamantaka jewel, even though it's being taken care of by Akrura, it belongs to Satyabhama and Satyabhama's children. So Satyabhama has an immense amount of wealth. Satyabhama is an incredibly wealthy princess or queen. So she's thinking, there's not a problem. I can easily. The Shamantaka jewel is providing 170 pounds of gold every day. That's maybe, how much does Krishna weigh? 1 or 2 days worth of gold at most? Not a problem whatsoever. So she immediately calls her servants. Go in and bring the gold. So while the servants go to get the gold, Satyabhama goes to Krishna. And she says, my dear Krishna, Narada Muni came to visit me, and as he was leaving, I asked him if he wanted anything. And he said he wanted you. And he was insistent upon taking you, but I convinced him that to take something equal in weight to you. So Krishna says, really? And Satyabhama, yes. So could you please come? And I've arranged for some scales so that we can measure out your weight, and then I can give gold or something equal in weight so that Narada Muni is pacified and satisfied. So Krishna says, really? So Krishna always was convinced, or always did whatever Satyabhama wanted. Krishna was completely allowed himself to be henpecked by his love of Satyabhama, and he agreed, yes, whatever you like. So Satyabhama took Krishna and had her servants arrange enormous scales. And Satyabhama says, Krishna, can you please sit on the scale here? She put a nice cushion there for Krishna to sit on the scale. So Narada Muni is smiling. Krishna also has a mischievous smile on his face, and he sits down on the scale. He sits down, one side goes up. Satyabhama is an incredible leader in taking charge and managing. So she's directing, put this gold here, you bring this, so all the servants are under her direction, piling gold onto the scale, the opposite scale on which Krishna is sitting. And they're piling gold, and the scale is not even budging, not even moving in terms of lifting Krishna off the ground. And Satyabhama, she puts more gold. the scale is not budging. She thinks, okay, well, perhaps we just need a bigger scale. She brings a bigger set of scales that can hold an enormous amount of weight. She puts the pillow on one side. Krishna, Krishna, please sit here, sit here. And Krishna, not saying anything, smiling, he sits on the scale. Satyabhama directing all the servants, put gold, put gold, put gold. Servants are putting gold. Now it's becoming worrisome because no matter how much gold is being put on the scale is not budging. It comes to the point where Satyabhama is asking even all of the other wives, bring all the jewels, all the gold you have, because we cannot allow this to happen. We're going to lose Krishna. And now also the queens are also becoming a little more frantic. This is becoming serious because this scale is not moving and all of this gold is being placed upon the scale without any budging whatsoever. They bring a bigger set of scales, an enormous set of scales. Krishna sits on one side on a pillow. All of the queens bring all of their gold ornaments, everything that they own, and they're piling it on to this other side of the scale. Now, Satyabhama, she is a senior queen. She is the third queen of Krishna. But in essence, she and Jambavati essentially were married to Krishna on the same day, right? We know from the story of the Shamantaka jewel. So all the other queens of Krishna are junior to Satyabhama. So Satyabhama is organizing all the queens to bring all of these things. But there's one queen that is not there, and that is Queen Rukmini. Rukmini is the senior queen, so Satyabhama cannot go to Rukmini and tell Rukmini what to do. But also Satyabhama, she has always been a little insecure, a little jealous of Rukmini. Because Krishna went and actually kidnapped Rukmini, right? In front of all of the greatest warriors and kings of the world, Krishna went and kidnapped Rukmini and fought for Rukmini. Whereas Satyabhama was married to Rukmini in an agreement with her father. And of course, she wanted to marry Krishna. Krishna wanted to marry her. But it wasn't as a romantic story as the story of Krishna going to rescue Rukmini from the evil demon Shishupal and Rukmi and a huge war, and the entire Yadu dynasty fought for Rukmini. So Satyabhama has always had this little bit of insecurity in terms of how much does Krishna love Rukmini and how much does he love me. So she really wanted to solve this problem without going to Rukmini, but it cannot be solved. The wives of Krishna and Rukmini have put everything that they've owned on this scale to balance out the weight of Krishna, so they would not have to give up Krishna. The scale isn't moving. Rukmini, Satyabhama, she decides she has to go ask Rukmini now. There's no one else to whom she can go. She goes to Rukmini and she says, my dear Rukmini Devi, and she tells the entire story. I've gotten us into the situation where I have promised Narada Muni that he can have Krishna. I've talked Narada Muni down to where he will accept the equivalent in Krishna's weight. So me and the other queens, we're trying to buy back Krishna, so to speak, with all of our gold, everything we've owned, to equal the weight. And the scale isn't budging. So Rukmini Devi, she nods, and Rukmini Devi, she does not have this similar insecurity with Satyabhama. She's not in competition with Satyabhama. It is Satyabhama's competition, so to speak, or insecurity with Rukmini. But Rukmini, she is also brilliantly intelligent. She is a communicator. She is a diplomat. She knows how to deal with people in a way that everyone is benefited. So she does not in any way try to make Satyabhama feel bad or try to lord it over Satyabhama because Satyabhama has made this mistake. That is not Rukmini's style. That's not what she does. But she nods and says, yes, anything you want me to do, I will do. So Satyabhama says, please come and help with the situation. So Rukmini, she goes to where this is happening in Satyabhama's palace. And as she enters Satyabhama's palace, in the courtyard, there is a Tulsi plant. Rukmini, she circumambulates Tulsi Devi. She picks a manjari from the Tulsi Devi, from the Tulsi plant. And she tells Satyabhama's servants, move all of the gold off the scale. All of the gold, all the jewelments, all the ornaments are removed. And Rukmini places a Tulsi leaf, the Tulsi manjari, onto the empty scale. And immediately the scales tilt. The Tulsi leaf goes to the ground and Krishna rises in the air. And Narada Muni exclaims, aha! Yes, this is exactly what I was looking for. Narada Muni picks up the Tulsi leaf and honors the Tulsi leaf. And this was Narada Muni's way of showing. We know Narada Muni wrote or compiled the Narada Bhakti Sutras. This was Narada Muni's way of showing to the entire world and all Vaishnavas that Krishna cannot be bought by wealth. Krishna cannot be bought by our pride. Krishna cannot be bought by any measure of our ego or intelligence or wealth. Krishna is bought simply by the devotion of his devotees, by bhakti and bhakti alone. So this is a story of Tulabhara, which is found in the stories in the literature of Odisha. Hari Hari.